how you guys doing? I'm gonna move back. Boop, 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 boop. So, hey, how are you guys doing today? I'm doing very good. I figured, okay, I had a friend of mine that I was going to share a video about the time I accidentally did something very, very, very bad, and I feel bad about it, but he did something bad too. So, I recorded it, didn't like my hair in it, but I let him know before I decided that I didn't like my hair in it. I was probably gonna post it and accidentally said his name in it. It was like, oh yeah, I'll give you permission to say my name. No, he was like, I just want to see it though, and it's like, hey, a few weeks later, he's like, hey, I'm curious, when are you gonna post that? I'm like, oh, I need to re-record it. So here I am. So my exaggeratedness and all. So I was not one to pick fights, but whenever it happened, it happened. So I was playing football with the guys, just minding my own business, and just like having fun, like Americano football, like just throw the football. Not soccer, not not whatever the rest of the world calls football. We're talking about America, ego. So we're playing football and we're horsing around, throwing it everywhere. We're horsing around like one of the dudes used to do this a lot during recess. I was a very horsey around kid, and a kid throws a football right in my stomach, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, I'm going to get you back. I'm not super vindictive, but when you knock the wind out of someone, you're gonna get something back. So I muster my spirits, and I'm just like, should I do this? Is this morally right? And I'm like, who cares if it's morally right? Let's just do the darn thing. So I just throw it, and I know what I'm aiming for, but someone else gets in the way. An innocent bystander. He was just sitting there, walking, and then now he's on the ground. I threw the football in his balls. The ball hit the balls. He was like, ah! Okay, went down the ground. Ah! He was dark. Like, and I was just like, oh, I felt so bad for him. And he just he was bawling, and he was just like, oh. A friend of mine was looking at him. I did not know at the time that the guy was literally sizing him up. I wonder if I could beat that kid up. Or I wonder if I could make his day worse. One or the other. Anyway, the kid's sitting in the ground like, oh. And he looks like he's in pain. And he finally gets up. He finally dusts himself off. And then he looks up. He sees my friend. My friend runs up and kicks him in the balls again. And the guy goes careening backwards into the air conditioning unit where I punched that kid in the face. And he's just like, boom. Slowly, his body drags across the wall onto the ground. And he just starts huddling and like this, back and forth, holding his balls at the same time. And my friend was like, I was just turning to my friend, why'd you do that? And my friend was like, I mean, he already lost one ball, he might as well lose the other one too. I'm like, you apparently don't want him to have kids, do you? I felt so bad for that kid. But find out later that the kid wasn't super nice, so I don't feel as bad anymore. But anyway, I went up to the kid a year or two after the incident, and I'm like, hey, remember the football? He's like, I hate you, shut up. And I'm like, okay. So yeah. So my friend kicking him in the balls was well deserved, because apparently he was a meanie pie. Peachy Selena! I think it's a family tradition at this point, my dad, he hit someone in the balls so hard one time that they lost theirs. They hadn't like, you know, they were fighting and, you know, having little, you know, horsing around and stuff. And then next thing you know, a few weeks later, the guy, you know, they hadn't seen him for a while, and they're like, "Hey, we haven't seen you for a while. What's going on?" He's like, my balls had to be amputated." And my dad's jaw dropped. He was like, he had no idea what to say. So I hope this didn't happen to this kid, but my dad did this, I did this, possibly if I have another kid, they'll do this. I think it's a family tradition at this point to make someone lose their balls at some point in their lifetime. So, hey, yeah. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy the video, and I'm going to go up. So have a great day.